Hello my friends. Today I am installing an automatic watering system in my greenhouse, and one of the main reasons is I have to water at least twice a day, morning and late afternoon, and in the afternoon it's already getting a little bit too dry. So it also takes me an hour to 2 hours to water each time manually. So the drip system, automatic watering system, should save a lot of time, and I can keep the plants from drying up. The system that I bought, I'll include a link in the description below, but it comes with flexible lines, flexible nozzles, spray nozzles. Comes with a cutter for the tubing. It comes with T-joints to make the splices and a few other things. I also bought the automatic timer. So the timer is an important part of the system. So it'll water without me being present. Let me show you how it's being installed. The water connection I made right here, I had to remove the pipe that was coming out of the ground, put a ball valve in, and the timer, it was very easy to set. It's right here. Right now I have the water turned off. Has two double A batteries to power it up, and it is watertight, so it could be mounted outside. Water line for the spray nozzles exits here. It's going to make a split at the top. Then it's running down this tube, and you can see you can pivot them, you can turn them, put kinks in them, so you can angle the spray wherever you need to have it. So I need to have one spray for each of these growing beds. To install the sprayer, I'm marking the center of the grow bed. This cutter is pretty nifty. It also is like a little shark bite. You can release the joint with this clip on the end. Okay, to install this, the T-fitting, push this in, you can feel it hit, and then you have to give it an extra push, and you'll feel it slide in another 1/8 to 1/4 inch. If you don't feel that, it didn't make a connection. Here's the sprayer that goes in. I push it in, I can feel it push. Then you feel a little pop right at the end. If you don't get that, the joint's going to leak or it's going to push apart. Once you have that connected, we hook a zip tie, and I can put a second one on if need be after it's all connected together. Now I'm going to go down the entire line here. There's 20 on each side. This kit came with 30 units, so I had to order a supplemental kit, one without a timer, and that will give me enough hose and sprayers to handle the whole greenhouse. I have the hose running between these fig trees, and you terminate with a plug that's supplied. I'm adjusting some, I'm testing the system, but before I adjust I'm going to have to put second zip ties because they want to swivel too easy. So I got to lock them in a little bit tighter. And I did run water through when I first turned it on. However, the very first nozzle is not spraying. So I think that very first one is plugged. So I'm going to have to remove that and change it with another nozzle. Okay, let's put the new nozzle in. Okay, water on, and it is spraying. So this one was plugged. Okay, upon further exam of this spray nozzle, the nozzle itself is fine. This part here does not have a hole drilled in the side. There should be one drilled into the side to let the water come out. So this nozzle, this part is defective. And to adjust the spray from a spray to a jet is a matter of just turning this part, and it can give you spray or a fine jet. Okay, when you turn this, you see how the water comes out. There's two holes drilled in there. That defective one didn't have the holes. And it can go from a spray or a jet stream to a spray, a mist. To remove one of the sprinkler heads, take this U-clip, push up, and pull down on the fitting. Reinsert, push in all the way. This center section is a 1/4 inch tubing, and the outer sections are 3/16 tubing, so there's two different sizes. I did not intentionally order it that way. They looked like they were identical when I placed the order, but when they came they didn't match. The control unit, it's easy to set up, and I put a splitter, and this is the larger diameter I have coming out. When it comes to this one, I have the 1/4 inch coming out, and it just happened to make a tight fit. I could slide the smaller tube inside the larger one. It makes a tight enough fit. It doesn't leak. And this 1/4 inch tube runs to the other side. And I did that to keep the pressure a little bit higher, which worked out well. And you can see I spliced right here. Then it goes to the smaller diameter. The center section is coming off. It's 1/4 inch, and it runs down to the entire length of the greenhouse, and then comes back, and when it gets to the end, there's not enough pressure for a mist, but it will drip, and it does keep everything wet. Since this has been installed, I have not had to hand water anything, so it's functioning very well. Automatic watering system, you can manually run it. 2 presses on that first button, and then hit the OK. It just initiated. You can see the fine mist coming out here at the beginning. This will run the entire length. The center section, this is the one where I need to have higher pressure. Possibly the smaller tubing would have worked better. This side at the beginning has a good mist. This side, it takes a while. These all drain when the pump is off, or when the controller is off. So all the water is out. So when you turn it back on, the entire line has to refill. And now you can see this is the end of the line, and it's dripping. And this is adequate. It's keeping everything wet. I'm very pleased with this system that I installed. It's saving me hours of work every day. And when I first installed it, I had no idea of how long to let this water cycle. And what I have it set up at right now is every 4 hours it turns on. At first, when it turned on, I had it set up to spray for 30 minutes. That was way too much water. The floor of the greenhouse was like a pond. It really put a lot of water out, even though it's misting. So I cut the time to 15 minutes. It was still too much. Cut it down to 10, and now I have it set for 5 minutes at every 4 hours. And that seems to be about the right setting. Now this is summer, and the greenhouse gets hot, pushes 90 degrees, even with the vents running. The winter time is going to be a whole different story. It'll probably have to be readjusted for the climate, for the weather conditions. So I'm sure that in the winter time we'll probably cut the time down to maybe every 6 hours or so. If anybody knows the proper cycling for watering, this is all new to me. So if you can leave some comments of your opinion of how I should be cycling this system. Thanks for watching, my friends. Bye-bye.